Foldable phones just got more interesting with Huawei's Pura X. This isn't your typical clamshell. It flips open horizontally like a retro PDA, giving you a unique 6.3-inch 16:10 display that's wider than anything else on the market. The moment you hold it, you'll notice the premium build quality matte glass with a hinge so flat it disappears when closed. At 3.5 inches, the outer screen is bigger than most flip phones, letting you check notifications, control music, or even take selfies without opening the device. What really sets the Pura X apart is that unconventional aspect ratio. Open it up, and you're greeted with a display that feels more like a mini tablet than a tall smartphone. Scrolling through apps or browsing the web feels natural, with extra horizontal space that makes split-screen multitasking actually usable. The LTPO2 panel hits 2500 nits brightness, and Huawei's minimize the crease better than most. It's there if you look for it, but disappears during normal use. Performance comes courtesy of Huawei's Kirin chipset running Harmony OS. While you won't find Google Apps here, the interface is buttery smooth. I tested games like Call of Duty and PUBG, and they ran flawlessly at high settings. The wider screen gives you an advantage in shooters, with more peripheral vision than taller foldables. Battery life is solid thanks to efficient software optimization, though heavy gamers might wish for a bigger cell. Cameras are surprisingly capable for a foldable. The 50MP main sensor captures crisp shots, and that 30x digital zoom is fun to play with. But the real magic happens with the dual view mode. Open the phone halfway, and you can see yourself on the outer screen while someone else frames the shot using the main cameras. It's perfect for vloggers or group selfies. Video tops out at 4K, and the stabilization works well enough for handheld shooting. Now let's talk about how this stacks up against the competition. Side by side with the Galaxy Z Flip 6 or Motorola Razr Plus, the Pura X is noticeably wider when closed and transforms into a completely different shape when open. Watching movies is where that 16:10 ratio shines. No black bars on most streaming content, just pure screen real estate. For productivity, the extra width means you can comfortably view two apps side by side without feeling cramped. The hinge design is where Huawei took a real risk. Instead of the traditional vertical fold, the Pura X opens like a book, with the hinge running along the long edge. This gives it a distinctive look, but also means it won't fit in every pocket as easily as slimmer flip phones. The mechanism feels sturdy though, with no wobble at any angle. Huawei claims it's rated for 200,000 folds, on par with other premium foldables. Audio quality impresses with loud stereo speakers that get surprisingly bassy for such a thin device. There's even a 3.5mm headphone jack for wired audio enthusiasts. The under-display fingerprint sensor is fast and accurate, and face unlock works reliably even in low light. Small touches like the customizable outer screen animations show Huawei's attention to detail. Software is the biggest hurdle for international users. Without Google mobile services, you're relying on Huawei's app gallery or side-loading apps. Popular games and social media apps work fine, but banking apps and some streaming services might be hit or miss. If you can live within Huawei's ecosystem though, Harmony OS offers unique features like seamless multi-device connectivity with MateBooks and tablets. After using the Pura X for a while, it's clear Huawei wasn't trying to copy Samsung or Motorola. This is a bold experiment in foldable form factors, one that prioritizes media consumption and multitasking over pocketability. The unconventional design won't be for everyone, but it proves there's still room for innovation in the foldable space. So who should consider the Pura X? If you want a foldable that stands out from the crowd and don't mind the software limitations, this might be your next phone. Just don't expect to find it at your local carrier store. What do you think about Huawei's approach to foldables? Would you trade traditional smartphone proportions for this wider format? Drop your thoughts below and let's geek out about the future of flexible displays.